Hi everyone, it's Jen back here with another process layout. This is actually using my stash. It is mostly using I think it's crepe paper Acorn Ave collection. It might not be crepe paper, but it's a fall collection and it's pretty old. I've had it in my stash for at least 2 years, maybe longer. I think it's from 2012. I was in between kits at this point. I had caught up and had some fall pictures that I wanted to scrap. So all the paper and the majority of the embellishments from this kit or from this layout are from that kit or that collection. So this photo is actually from my sister and I. We went to Disney in September for her birthday, as well as we chose that time because the Not So Scary Halloween party was running. So it was actually the end of September, the beginning of October. So we did decide to dress up. I was Captain Hook and she was Mr. Smee. And it was so hot that day that we ended up only being able to keep our costumes on for the beginning part of the party. We took our photos and then we went and changed. Or I went and changed because I had the extremely hot Captain Hook outfit on. So hers was pretty, she would have been able to keep her costume on the entire night, but there was no way I could. So I had my costume complete with sword and coat and pants and this shirt that had this like the fluffy ruffled collar, and it was awesome. And I also had a wig, but it was too hot and I didn't even bring the wig to the park with me. It was just massively hot, which it tends to be that way in September. But it would have been nice if we could have stayed dressed up the entire evening. But oh well, it was really fun while it lasted. But anyway, here I am with the layout here. I took 2 6x6 pieces of paper roughly and layered them up underneath the 4x6 photo. And I also used a sticker for a border to the left-hand side of the picture. And the kit came with like a punch-out die-cut sheet, and I took a couple of the punch-outs from that. And also I had this Bella Boulevard fall-themed die-cut pack where I got the star and that little acorn die cut and the tab up at the top, the one that I'm inking right now. Those are from that kit, and I inked all of the papers for this layout just because it was that vintagey crepe papery look. So when I work with that type of theme, I tend to ink it in brown, ink all the edges in brown just to make it stand out a little bit more and add a little bit more depth to the pages. And I feel like I did this layout somewhat backwards because I kind of added all the embellishments before I added my title or even finished layering up all the papers. So I had this pack of rub-ons from Heidi Swap that was, I mean, Michael's had them ages ago. I've had them for maybe a year or so. And it came with like the photo frames, the different colored photo frames, and a pack of rub-ons that were like repetitive phrases like that. You can see to the right of my hand, there's an entire block that says like. So I initially cut out a whole bunch of these ones that were a little bit different and rubbed them on, and they added a little bit more interest to the page. But in a minute, you're going to see that I'm actually going to use up the entire pack of the likes in random spots around the page. And I was so excited to use them all up because I, for the life of me, could not figure out how I was going to use all those rub-ons, and they were just sitting in my stash. And I wasn't using them, and I had no plans for them, but I felt so guilty just getting rid of them. So I'm glad that I kept them because they actually added quite a bit of interest to the background of this layout. So I'm just going through and adding, rubbing them on here in all these different spots. And I ended up cutting it, I think, into 3 different blocks. Maybe two different blocks. But so there's, to either side of the photo, there's a whole section that says like. And I like how it came out. It came out pretty neat. And then I take one of these freckled fawn orange paper clips, the arrow paper clips, to add onto this photo or onto the layout, to point towards the photo. I'm not a big orange person, so I figured because this had the pumpkins and I used the orange background paper, that geometric background paper to the left behind the photo, I could easily make that orange paper clip work. And then I also had some leftover Teresa Collins buttons that like chipboard accents, like one of those packs, that I added a couple on that the colors worked, just for extra embellishments. Because I work with kits so frequently, that's what usually most of my layouts are from, I don't pull stuff from my stash as much as I would like, per se. I mean, with my kits, a lot of times I will pull stuff to add into the kit if I feel that I need extra stuff, but most of my stash, like I think anyone who you know buys monthly kits, it kind of sits there and you don't use it as much as you would, you hope for and plan to. So this was a nice layout to get things used up. These were a pack of like they weren't really metal, they were plastic, but they were like gold plated stars that was from a Studio Calico kit, I think a Project Life kit that I had finally disassembled, and then also these star sequins were Studio Calico from one of my previous kits as well. So I really enjoy doing this layout because I used up a whole bunch. I didn't use per se like finish up packs except for the Heidi Swap stuff, but I used up a lot of my stuff that have just been sitting there and staring me in the face, and I tried to pull embellishment packs and like sticker sheets that have already been partially used so that I wasn't adding to an already big stack of partially used embellishments. This way I could just try to use up what was already open. So I pulled some thickers from my stash. These are bright orange corrugated thickers. They're like cardboard, like corrugated cardboard almost. So I'm going to write out my title here that's going to say Not So Scary, which is the title of the name of the Halloween party. It's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. However, most of the time we just refer to it as Not So Scary. So you're going to see here I had put it down and it was as crooked could be. So I had to pull out my T-square ruler here and line everything up so that because the layout itself was kind of wonky, like the background layers and the picture's not even all that straight, but I did want my title to be somewhat straight underneath the photo and not like at an awkward angle down the page like that word scary is there, which ended up being kind of funny. So I love my T-square ruler. It was like $2 at Michael's or $3 at Michael's, and I use it so often. It's really a lifesaver when it comes to trying to line stuff up because my effort to line things up is always awful. So this about finishes up my layout. I do add a couple of puffy stickers from Evilicious and do my journaling on that sticker block to the right hand upper corner of the layout. So I will journal on camera, but it's only a couple of lines. So that finishes up this layout. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to post another layout tomorrow that is, again, from my stash with another fall kit. So I will see you soon. Bye.